So, there, it's coming. Okay, and so, just to kind of answer that, when we're in the sanctuary, because there is one microphone and I'm preaching the word, you know, that is something that you would want to write your question down and save it for after.
Yes.
If somebody interrupts, you know, they're not interrupting me, they're interrupting the Holy Spirit delivering his message. You know, I'm just the vessel. And, you know, and so we don't do that because, you know, it just, you know, there's order. You know, Apostle Paul talks about doing things decently in order. So in there, because of what it is and its message that's, you know, being preached and all, in here it's Bible study format, so it's intended to be interactive. And so anybody can do it because I purchased the microphone there. So that little table holds a omnidirectional microphone. So when you ask a question, it'll be heard. And so when you have a conversation, you're being broadcast to billions of people around the world. So if you're like, man, I can't believe Pat, he is out of his mind. You know, that's just ridiculous, isn't it? Everybody in the world that's watching that stream, you know, potentially 3.5 billion people, however many we have, you know, they can hear. You know, we probably only have millions of watchers, not billions, but you know. But all kidding aside, that's what that's for. And so when you ask a question, make a comment, the people that are listening, they can hear that, so it's interactive. So that's you know, that's what's recording me. I don't have a mic on, and I'm not running mics here. I'm just running that one omnidirectional mic to pick up the room, you know, so it's kind of like a conference style. So it doesn't have the quality of audio that like what that does when it's directly mic'd, but anyway.
What would you rather do? Would you rather be in
I want to do what's good for us as a group. So so we're, you know, so that's just good to know. And so just to let you know, as a reminder, starting up the year, that it is open to that. And something that we did the last service where we did a teaching in Genesis 26, I kind of read a little bit and then said, what do you all think, to give you opportunity? And so I was thinking about trying that tonight to kind of pull a little bit out rather than me read, verse, teach, you know, verse, teach.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and then people just don't do it. Well, I want to find that happy medium where we're doing that. But, you know, I wanted to just kind of get, you know, a pulse on where everybody is. Because I want it to be satisfying, uplifting, and edifying. I want it to be spiritually enriching when we gather together. You know, some churches don't have a midweek service, you know, at all, and I like having it. But for people to go in the middle of the week, on top of their work schedules and everything else, I want it to be something that's worthwhile. And so, so that's why I ask, you know. And there's different formats. I can do topical teaching on that. We could do kind of, you know, they have Bible study, group Bible study. It's not curriculum, but it's like curriculum for kids and youth. You know, it's their guides for, you know, having discussions, and different people put those out. And there's a lot of churches that do that. They'll do that. Some of them do it on their Wednesday night. Some of them do it in homes, and they don't do the midweek, and they use that same kind of format. And so I'm very flexible.